What's up, guys? I'm Random Frank P, back with another episode of Cool Tech Under $50 for November, the series we show off some of the best tech you can find under that price. And with the holidays coming up, and you got Black Friday and Cyber Monday, hopefully you can add some stuff to your wish list. If you see anything you like today, I'll have it all listed for you in the description down below so you can check it out. But also, shout out to last month's winners. I've been in contact with you. I commented on your comment from the previous episode, so you can claim your tech. And if you want to win today, all you have to do is drop a thumbs up down below, leave a comment on what your favorite item is and why you want it. And third, make sure you're subscribed because obviously I'm only going to pick subscribers. Now, starting us off today is a pretty cool controller. This has some tricks up its sleeve. This is the Turtle Beach Recon. It comes in their black or white color options. And there's way more than what first meets the eye. Not only do we have a bunch of additional buttons on the top of the controller for things like EQs, certain aiming modes and stuff, but on the back side we have two additional paddles for extra functions. We'll cover it all, it's pretty interesting. So first up, these controllers are for Xbox as well as PC. It's plug and play as well, so no additional drivers or software needed. And I'm digging the mix of textures all around as well. On each of the controller paddles, we have this nice rubberized texture. This will give it a better grip in your hand. But also, for all four of the triggers and those two back paddles, it's nice and ribbed as well, so your fingers won't slip off at all. Now, into the goods and what makes this a killer controller for the price. First off, when used with a headset, which you plug into the bottom of the controller, you unlock a bunch of new potential. Built in are 4 different EQs, things like bass boost, treble boost. There's even a mode called superhuman hearing, they call it, where it lowers all the frequencies in game but enhances things like footsteps, gunshots, reloading near you and stuff. But also you'll see on the left and right side of the module, you have the volume and chat. This is how you can control your in-game volume on the left side, and on the right you can balance your game chat as well as the game audio. And also quickly mute right there in the controller. There's also the buttons for configuring the controller and selecting the modes because you can save 4 different profiles for all your button configurations. But to those back 2 paddles. One paddle can be reprogrammed to anything you want, so for example like reload or drifting in a racing game, anything. But the other paddle is very interesting. This is called the Pro Aim Focus Mode. And what that does when you enable it on this P2 paddle on the back is pretty much lower the sensitivity of your joysticks for enhanced aiming. Now think of this like when you have a gaming mouse and there's a dedicated sniper button, which instantly downshifts your DPI, so you can have that more slower, precise aim. That's what this built-in trigger on the back emulates. So again, for sniping, that'd be great, but you can obviously use that to your advantage in any game. This is a hell of a deal if you need a new controller. Altogether, for just around 50 bucks, I have seen it for around 60. Price fluctuates on Amazon like weekly. Really impressed with these. Now, like I said in the intro, keep an eye on a lot of these deals because with Black Friday and Cyber Monday coming up for the holidays, a bunch of stuff's gonna be on sale. So again, all the links will be in the description down below for you guys. But also, I'm gonna drop my vetted profile, which has archived 3+ years of all the cool tech under 50 products we showed off. So if you wanna revisit that, try to find some things on sale, good wish list ideas, gifts to buy somebody else, you can check that all out. It's all there, organized for you so you can see a bunch of tech. Hopefully you find some stuff on sale as well. Now, next up today is an absolutely insane deal of a microphone, which I'm using right now and I'll continue to use during this portion, no longer using my usual overhead mic. This microphone used to be $130 and it's now down to just $50. You might be able to tell by its appearance. This is the Elgato Wave 1. And yes, I have it propped up on a Yeti, so it's closer to my mouth. But I reviewed this microphone and the Wave 3 when they first came out, but the fact that this is now down to just 50 bucks is mind-blowing. So checking it out, I really dig how compact it is in the overall design. In terms of controls, you do have a dial right on the front with an LED ring around it to show you the current volume as well as to light red when it's muted. And this dial controls what you're monitoring because in the back there's a 3.5mm port. So if you want to plug in your headphones and hear your game as well as your voice, obviously you can use that dial to control all of that. Built into the mic is a really nice fabric noise shield. This helps keep things like plosives to a minimum. And for the condenser capsule inside, it can record at a 24-bit, 48 kilohertz sample rate. So like I said, I've been using it this entire time. You probably have a good idea of how it sounds, which I think is still just phenomenal for the price of $50. But what's more impressive to me, and what really makes this just a mind-blowing offer really, is the fact that you can use their Elgato Wave Link software. This is like a must-have if you're a streamer. This gives you a ton of built-in submixes, so you can set each audio level independently. So for example, with the Link software and all the different submixes, say you want to listen to your favorite album, but obviously you can't play that on your live stream because it's not royalty free. You can listen to whatever you want and then play something else for your chat. But you don't have to hear that because you can control what they hear versus what you hear, play them simultaneously, but again, dictate with those submixes, the different levels, what you're hearing, what chat's hearing, all at the same time. It might sound confusing, but it really is a game changer. I highly recommend, looking at my full review if you want to find out more about it. But the Wave 1 for $50 is just a crazy, crazy good value. Can't recommend it enough. Now, next up is another audio gadget, and say your microphone isn't just plug and play like the Elgato Wave is. Maybe it's an XLR mic, but you don't want to use a desktop audio interface. This is the Comica LinkFlex AD2. And believe it or not, I'm using this right now to record this entire video with my overhead mic, which is a $1,000 Sennheiser MKH416, which requires phantom power, which this has. Tiny, portable, and enough to power it and for me to use for this video to demonstrate it for you guys. So checking it out, like I said, super compact, fits in your hand, has a strap and a loop so you can attach it to your pants if you're on the go. Because that's the main real advantage to this use case is, in the field. Using an XLR mic on the go for documentaries, quick podcasts on the go, anything like that. On the top of the AD2, you have your volume dials. You can control the gain on the fly. The bottom side terminates at a 3.5mm jack. So like I said, plug this into your phone if it has one, a laptop, anything on the go. That makes it real convenient. Then you have your source selector and the power button on the right side, which also lets you toggle on the phantom power if your microphone requires that. And then if you also want to monitor your audio at the same time, there's a 3.5mm input as well. So for real-time monitoring your audio on the go with an XLR mic, there is not a lot of options out there, and the AD2 for just under $50 I think is a great option for those who can take advantage of something like this, and for those who need a really simple XLR to 3.5mm adapter for your mic. Now, next up are brand new light sticks from Govi. And I showed off the previous ones in the past. These are upgraded, they're bigger and more sleek to its design and come with their very own control module. You guys know I'm all about that knob game, and don't misquote me on that, you know what I mean. These can be controlled via their app or with this new control module. It has 4 different buttons for changing modes, color, and brightness, and the dial in the center is how you can fine-tune those settings just at an arm's reach. So when it comes to your configuration at your desktop, you can set them up really however you want. I have them here facing the wall, just to throw some color behind the monitor to give it that visual pop. And like I said before, compared to the older model, these are so much more sleek, and they're also taller at over 16 inches per light. Now, the advantage of having a desktop module here is the fact that you don't need to, pull out the app whenever you want to control them. You can just do it here at that arm's reach, like I said, without the process of physically getting out your phone. However, inside the app, you do have a bunch of possibilities when it comes to customizing the lights. There's like near 100 effects and scenes to choose from. You can create your own lighting effects as well. But they also have this dedicated sound mode, which is gonna be really cool for gaming at your desktop. So it uses this built-in mic on the desktop module, so it can pulse and go along to the sound that's going on in your room. So here I'm playing Metal Hellsinger, and now I have the lights going right along to the beat of the music in-game, which really just makes it that much more immersive. However, if that's not your style, you just want to have some RGB on your desk, you can take them off the stand, have them facing you, really however you want, and again, you can configure these whichever way pleases you. The fact is, these new Govi light bars are bright, they're colorful, and they give you a ton of customization options to fit your setup theme. So if you want to pick them up and you went to the listing and you're thinking, what the hell, Frank, they're $90 on Amazon, not $50. There is currently a $10 coupon on Amazon. However, if you go to the Govi website and buy them there and use code randomfrankp at checkout, that'll get them down to that $50 price range, more so around $59, but still, it's a recession, 60 is the new 50, just giving you guys some options within that $50 price point. I'll still consider in the 50s, under 50 for the series. But again, with Cyber Monday coming up, Black Friday, and I believe a little birdie told me these are gonna be on sale for Black Friday as well. So again, giving you guys some options, randomfrankp at checkout. And then lastly, I've given you guys also 2 peripheral choices so far between the controller and the microphone. How about an outstanding headset for $50 with the new SteelSeries Arctis Nova 1? These come as the entry budget option in their new Nova lineup, and these are outstanding. The budget peripherals have gotten really good over the last few years. So I'm really digging the sleek, lightweight design it has to it. The design language closely follows the other Nova headsets out there as well. And right now, I'm using the microphone of the Nova 1 so you could hear how it sounds. And again, for $50, the quality from the mic in this headset is definitely up there. This sounds a lot better than most headsets that I've tried. And like I said, they're super lightweight, nice and low profile, no pressure points, very, very comfortable here. So inside are a pair of 40mm neodymium drivers. They sound really great stock, but you can also use their SteelSeries sonar to really unlock the full EQing potential of these, which, like I've said before, I've done a review on that. It's one of my favorite audio softwares out there. And you do have inline controls on the back of the left ear cup with a mic mute button, as well as an audio dial as well. I will say I'm not the biggest fan of them being on the left side, because that means in-game to take your hands off WASD, which is, potentially a killer. Go prone and hide in the corner. I'll take them off now and go back to my main mic. But the mic, retractable, folds right back into the ear cup. Ear cups revolve on the yoke. The headband is also adjustable. A very lightweight, comfortable headset for around $50. SteelSeries is doing some great stuff in 2022 with their audio lineup, and these as the entry budget option. I have a feeling it's going to be on a lot of people's wish list this upcoming holiday season. And guys, that'll wrap it up for this episode of Cool Tech under $50 for November. Hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, all the tech today will be listed for you in the description down below so you can check it out. If you like this episode, give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a good day.